The matches, he carried the Friday Night War, which, by the way, is a matter of record in fucking court in the state of California, that we won the Friday Night War. Just ask Jerry McDivitt, because he fucking wrote it. And this guy won it versus Matt Sydal, who's a great wrestler. He had another goddamn great match on Friday night. This fucking guy, he fucking did the Friday Night War. He did the first dance. He's done the record Double or Nothing. He did the record All Out in his debut. He was a big part of a record Full Gear, a great match with Eddie Kingston, and fucking he wrestled a bunch of young guys, a bunch of veterans in between there. Will Hobbs, Daniel Garcia, goddammit. And then he showed up, did the biggest program in terms of everything, TV, box ever with MJF, and then he did the goddamn main event here. He's the biggest part of financial success in the history of this company. Let's fucking go!
You just made that up!
Yo. It is your guy. It is AJ. Usually I would say it's Aunt P, but Aunt's not here as of yet. You know what I'm saying? But I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'm here on the solo tip or whatever. But welcome back. It's Midcarders and Catering. This is episode 45. Good Lord. 45 episodes in, almost close to that 1 year mark. You know what I'm saying? But we're not there as of yet, you know what I'm saying? But just a lot going on right now as of this recording, but still, as you can see, that intro right there was just insane. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of just the state of a certain company right now. It's just to go from that point right there, all of that cap that Tony was talking about till now, it's just quite absurd. But that's nothing, you know what I'm saying? That's neither here nor there. I am here by myself currently. However, I could not come alone. I mean, come on now. You know what I'm saying? Ant may not be here at the moment, but we do have someone special in the building this evening for the very first time here on this platform. I want to introduce this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, what else can be said? I mean, he's probably like the most the busiest guy in show business today. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy is he's got his hands everywhere, all over the place. He's probably going to interview your most favorite rapper. He may interview your most favorite wrestler. He may interview like just entertainment wise. This guy, he just has it all. You know what I'm saying? I want to introduce you to none other than let me drop these accolades real quick. Vibe magazine, you know what I'm saying? A part of the Stay Busy podcast, you know what I'm saying? And also a member of the Rewriters Room on RNC Radio. It's none other than my guy Armon Sadler. What's good, Armon?
We here, man. Thank you so much for having me. My Detroit brethren showed me a good time when I was out there. Honored to be here. Friday night potting. We out here being wholesome. You know, we inside.
Yeah, we inside boys tonight. You know what I'm saying? Even though, you know what I'm saying, you've been outside. But I'm not telling. You know what I'm saying? It was a part of his job. It's part of his work. You know what I'm saying? He was working. So
yes, sir.
Let's not say too much. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we inside boys. You know what I'm saying? But of course, you know what I'm saying, this is Jersey City right here. You know what I'm saying? This is the homie. So when you ever in Jersey, you got to check in. You got to check in with Big Armon, you know what I'm saying, or Liv Morgan. You know what I'm saying? So I mean I did a brief introduction to you, you know what I'm saying? But of course, you know what I'm saying, I'm leaving the door open for you to go ahead and introduce yourself to the crowd and talk your shit, man. Talk your shit. Tell these people who you are and like what you do, bro.
I appreciate that, man. That's for the listeners who may not know me, Armon Sadler. I go by a couple of different pseudonyms. Vegan Chorizo Poppy, founder of Bald Nigga Ballers, BNB for short. The Roman Reigns of rhetoric, the Paul Heyman of podcasting, the John Cena of journalism, the Brock Lesnar of broadcasting. hip hop reporter at Vibe Magazine, as you said, host and creator of Stay Busy with Armon Sadler, where we have responsible discussions on the entertainment business and culture. Member of the A Show RNC on RNC Radio, 1/3 of the Rewriters Room. And yeah, I'll be doing what a lot of these wrestling journalists think that they do, but I do it at a much higher level and much better. Yeah, man, you know, I'll be working. I'll be working. And, you know, I think that's one thing I never want people to get confused about is like everything that I've achieved, it's been earned through hard work.
Absolutely.
And I'm really enjoying the spoils of that hard work right now. So yeah, man, I appreciate the opportunity to be here for real. I love potting. And I genuinely fuck with y'all. So it's cool to talk to people that I actually like.
For sure, man. You know what? Hold on, I gotta give you this though. I mean, I can't after all that right there, after all that he just laid out on the table right there. You know what I'm saying? Like he talked the shit right there. You know what I'm saying? He let y'all know who he was. I mean, let's be clear, Armon, man. When he says he works hard and all of this is earned, and he talks about especially being that wrestling journalist, that journalist period. It ain't just wrestling. You know what I'm saying? That journalist period that these people aspire to be. Let me just break this down for you. Trish Stratus, Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest. I'm sorry, Bad Bunny. Like this guy has talked to them all, man. So right now he being modest. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna sit up here. I'm gonna gas my brother up on here. You know what I mean? Like because this is serious business. You know what I'm saying? This is the type of move.
Once these mimosas really start hitting, I might not be so modest. So
hey, you know what? Then let them hit, bro. Let them hit, man. You know what I'm saying? But I'm especially happy to have you on, man, because of course, like this was always a plan to bring you on here, and of course, this is probably the first of many. You know what I'm saying? Like if any, you know, as we go on with our podcast and everything like that. But again, like. Armon, he came through, he pulled up in Detroit for SummerSlam, you know what I'm saying? So it was only right that we all had like linked up and everything in that nature. So you know, I had to show him a little bit around and everything, you know, introduce him to Jet's Pizza. You know what I'm saying?
I'm still thinking about that pizza, boy. That shit was hitting.
See, I told you I wasn't gonna leave you wrong. I was like, yo, I'm gonna get you right before you leave. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
So all of that, and just him just being able to enjoy the city, enjoy the town while he was here. But you were really, really busy too at the same time because you had to be at all the media events and all the other outside events. It wasn't really until SummerSlam when you was able to finally like slow down a little bit and like enjoy the show, you know what I'm saying, as a fan, which is really, really cool. But it was of course I was happy to, you know, when we finally linked up and I was like, yo, got to get you on the pod, and you know, without hesitation, you was like, yo, I'm there. Like
absolutely.
Just let me know. Say the word, you know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that you came on, you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely happy to have you here, and we're gonna sit here, man. We're gonna talk wrestling. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk some real life things too at the same time. Because again, I want our listeners, especially the listeners who may not know who you are or of you just of yet, just like how we do with most of our guests here. You know what I'm saying? Because there's always a story. There's always some history. There's always something that brings us all into this space that started us here, you know what I'm saying, that brought us into this space. So I gotta, you know what I'm saying, we got a question that we always ask. It's our version of the knuckleheads, you know, who's the first person to bust your ass type talk. But except this is a little more nobody not kicking your ass, at least, unless you got like an older sibling that was trying wrestling moves on you when you was a kid.
Me and my brother definitely used to do moves on each other for sure.
Okay. Because that's what I'm saying. Because there's something, but there was something somewhere to introduce you to this whole game, this whole thing that we love called pro wrestling. So I gotta ask you, who was the first pro wrestler or wrestling event or just whatever that brought you into this space, this crazy world known as pro wrestling?
So my first exposure to wrestling, I remember in like kindergarten, some of my classmates will be talking about like the Hardy Boys and shit like that. And then I think my dad or my brother was watching it first. So they got I think it was called WWF Royal Rumble on the Dreamcast. So I was playing the game. I was terrible at it, of course, using The Rock, using Undertaker, using Kane. But I didn't actually start watching wrestling until November 2002. And the episode I watched was when Brock Lesnar threw Matt Hardy through a wall. And I was like, I don't know shit about this dude, but he's that guy. That's my favorite wrestler off rip. And then I think a couple weeks later, it might have been the same episode. I don't fully remember. He F5 Big Show through the announcer's table. I was like, yo, that's a big motherfucker to be doing that to.
Oh, wow.
This Brock Lesnar cat is him.
Yeah.
And yeah, I honestly don't remember. I think my brother put like SmackDown on, so I was just watching with him. And I was like, yo, this shit is cool. Like, this wrestling shit is fucking fire. And of course, as a kid, you get really invested into wins and losses and seeing, your favorite guys, succeed. And so that was like right after when Paul Heyman turned on Brock and Big Show was the WWE champion. So I was like, yo, I want to see him get that title back. I want to see him win that title. So obviously, a couple months later, he wins the Royal Rumble. He goes to WrestleMania 19. Wins the title from Kurt Angle. I obviously wasn't ordering pay-per-views at the time, so I had to go on the website, read the results, catch the little clips that they show on the next episode. I was like, yes, my guy got the title back. And so Brock Lesnar was really the one who got me locked in, and that was a great era for SmackDown. Of course, you got the SmackDown 6. It was just awesome. I fucking loved SmackDown. And I ain't have cable, so I was only watching SmackDown for the first 2 years of my wrestling fandom. But I remember being so excited when we got cable. I was like, yo, do we have Spike TV? Like, I have to watch Monday Night Raw. Yeah. So watching my first Monday Night Raw episode, it was the episode when the man who shall not be named signed the contract to face Triple H and Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 20. I just remember being so excited to finally be able to watch. And I had a bedtime at 10. So my mom would come and say, like, turn the TV off. So I would just turn the volume all the way down so I could watch Raw. Yeah. And then whenever she would walk by my room, I would try to turn the TV off real quick. But yeah, man, it was Brock. It was He Who Shall Not Be Named, unfortunately, who was also one of my favorites. And I actually fucked with Triple H a lot, too. I'm not going to front. Triple H was my guy.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, it's like it's funny when you bring up Brock in 02, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because right there you paint a picture. What's so crazy about that first Brock run was it was literally only just 1 year.
Yeah.
Like he did all of that in a year.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like he came in destroying as a powerhouse heel type, you know what I'm saying, behind Paul Heyman. He went through literally the entire he was the face of the company within a year, and then like that he was gone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was just like, hey, holy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he just went off to go try out. Yeah, he went to go try out for the NFL and all. Then the UFC he went to New Japan for a minute, then he went to UFC, then all the, you know what I'm saying? It's quite crazy just looking back and painting that picture, because here it is, you started in 2002. And already I kind of relate to what you're saying in the sense of being one of those kids that did not have cable, at least consistently, you know what I'm saying? Like, because, it was like off and on with my parents, like around that time. That's why, like, again, I said this before, it felt like SmackDown was kind of a heaven sent, almost, because for a minute, you know what I'm saying? Like that SmackDown on UPN was just going crazy and everything like that. And you just like, damn, like I'm missing Raw. And then you get cable. And then you look at Raw and you're like, SmackDown actually kind of better than this shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like SmackDown might actually be where it's at. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And then we got so many bangers on SmackDown during that period. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's funny you brought up the Big Show and Brock period. I think, was that the SmackDown when they broke the ring, if I'm not mistaken?
That was in 2003.
Yeah.
They had a title match in the main event and then broke the ring.
And broke the ring, yeah. So that was just crazy time. That early ruthless aggression, because that's when Cena started to come in. You know what I'm saying? Cena started to make his little run before he became the Doctor of Thugonomics and all that silly shit started. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? I definitely remember Brock throwing Matt Hardy through that wall backstage. Like it's crazy. And then just hearing that from you, like seeing that, you know what I'm saying, like Brock Lesnar was the one, you know what I'm saying, as a kid, you watching as a
Hmm.
kid, like, and you seeing Brock Lesnar like that, it was just like, yo, like he like Brock really connected with you back then.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like it almost felt like our first time I saw Shawn Michaels, I'm like, yo, this dude is like the coolest fucking cat ever. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, but yeah, it's really cool to hear that and hear your history in that, and to see how it's brought you to this stage of where you are now.
Yeah,
You
man.
know what I mean? Like, because I think I don't think any of us as kids once thought like, oh, you know, I may end up making content about this shit one day, or I might actually interview people like this one day, or like what? Like for us, it was just a silly little soap opera, like
Yeah.
just another thing next to watching anime. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But for you, you know what I'm saying, for you per se, like where it's taking you from just being a fan as a kid of watching Brock Lesnar do these funny things on television to interviewing these people
Yeah.
today, it's just it's outer worldly, you know what I'm saying, to say the
It
least.
it definitely doesn't feel real still.
Yeah.
Like like you said, I never imagined it. I didn't plan to be a journalist when I was 6, 7 years old. Like I
Yeah.
thought I wanted to be a lawyer or a baseball player, and
Hmm.
life took me where I was meant to be taken, and thankfully I'm pretty damn good at what I do. And now it's gotten me to where fucking Trish Stratus is resharing my Instagram stories, and I'm DMing back and forth with her, like just to strategize, like, what do you want to post, like
Okay,
post
look,
this.
I don't want to cut you off here. Okay, I don't want to cut you off here. Okay, I want to say, I want that to be heard one more time. Okay, okay, we this is Trish Stratus, y'all. Okay, Trish Stratus. We was okay. We was teenage boys all
Hmm.
once. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We know Trish Stratus from back then. Okay,
Hmm.
she's still Trish Stratus today. Still,
Yes.
but
Stratisfaction.
to say yo Trish Stratus was DMing me is
Yeah,
insane. You know what I'm
bro,
saying?
she's the one who showed the most love of
Mm.
the wrestlers I've interviewed so far. Like, and I'm at the point in my career where I don't expect a retweet from them. I don't expect them to even say thank you sometimes, because they do a lot of press. It's nothing personal, but
Yeah, yeah,
for
absolutely.
her to hit me like, yo, if you want to post like a spicy part, and like, I'll reshare it and put the link in. I was like, yo, that's love. Like
Yeah,
that's really
absolutely.
love, because you understand what it means for a journalist to promote their work, and then someone who's also a fan of this shit, and just like actually talking to her, like our conversation, it felt so easy. Like she was just
Hmm.
cool. Like it was really less of an interview, more of a conversation. Like we're talking
Yeah,
about fucking her favorite snacks in Canada. We're talking
yeah,
about, she's cursing while she's talking to me. She's making jokes. We're speaking French to one another. Like it was just,
yeah,
that was easily my favorite one. And I interviewed my favorite wrestler, Drew McIntyre, and like
yeah,
the Trish conversation just felt, like it was really that one that really got me charged up. Like, yo, like I'm doing this, and I can really do this at a high level, and she's gonna show love for that. So I'm very, very appreciative.
yeah, and that's so dope because at the end of the day, for sure, like we know these are wrestlers, these are talents, these are, you know what I'm saying, like these are people who work for a company that's on television every single week, no breaks, no nothing of that sort.
Yeah,
They want to get treated like real people because they are real people. You know, they want to
yeah,
have those conversations. They don't want to have Marky Mark ass conversations all the time, or have have their interviewer be the one that's actually trying to get themselves over and all that
yeah,
silly ass shit. It's just you want to have a realistic conversation with that individual to make them feel comfortable because they already deal with so much weird individuals all the time anyway. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So I mean that's definitely kudos to you on that
Thank
for
you, man.
sure. And I know it's only so many more to come because the work you do has put you in the room. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Like you've been, you know what I'm saying, when you were here in Detroit for SummerSlam, You know what I'm saying? And I kept telling you, I was like, yeah, so you know you're gonna be in the press conference, right? And you just like, I'll probably maybe so. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever, Armon, you going to the fucking press conference. And then to see you there, I'm like, yo, like that's my guy. Even though they did my homie wrong, they didn't give him that mic.
Man,
They didn't give my boy the mic, man.
I'm not gonna lie, that was the saddest walk back to the hotel, and it was like, I was even more frustrated because I was like, I got to do so much that weekend that me being upset about one thing not working out makes me feel like I'm ungrateful. But when you listen to those questions they were asking, bro, like me, I was watching SummerSlam so intently, had like 8 different questions for whoever was gonna be there ready. I'm sitting there raising my hand every time, a question is over. Byron's looking at me, different people there. I'm like, yo, come on, bro. Just like, especially Triple H. Triple H is who I really, really wanted to talk to. I had an amazing question for him. And it didn't happen. But that was my first one, and I kind of noticed even like the wrestlers, Cody and Triple H, they recognized certain journalists in the room. So I felt like it was catered towards having them speak, which I understand. So it's like, all right, like now this just motivates me even more to be that person where when I'm in the room, they know me and you have to give me the mic. Like I just got to get to that point. So yeah, it was tough, but I'm charged up.
And you will. You know what? Because I'm gonna put this out there now into the universe right now. In Philly in April next year, you're getting that mic, bro.
Absolutely.
You're getting that mic, and you getting that mic. Because I'm guessing they would do the press conference after night 2, I guess, or whatever.
They did both nights this year.
They did both nights. Okay, cool. So whatever night, if you in there both nights, you getting that damn mic.
Be there,
and they gonna find out who the hell Armon Sadler is. They gonna find out to that night, and they ain't gonna forget you because. For one, I think I remember you kind of telling me the question that you was gonna like ask H and everything like that, and I was like, "Yo, of course, it's the most basic yet pure yet just coming from a place that I'm like, hey, this is about you. This ain't about everybody trying to get to know me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to ask you like a real live question. I'm like, yeah, man, you're gonna get that chance, bro. That's
absolutely
without a doubt. I mean, because look how much you've done so far. And, you know what I'm saying? And it's only like because you got talents who know your name, talents who know who you are. So it's only going to go up from there for you.
Absolutely.
For sure. But, yeah, man. It's just so the other work that you do, you know what I'm saying, the Stay Busy podcast, again, with growing exponentially, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I know it's only gonna go up even further with the more visibility you get from like Trish and everything like that. But outside of the Stay Busy, you have this very, very special podcast. Honestly, it's probably the best. It's an idea I wish I came up with first. Because it's kind of like the things that you did as a kid playing like WrestleMania 2000 or some shit, or No Mercy or something. Like you do like fantasy booking, except in a way you're rebooking something. You know what I'm saying? Something you send it in a different trajectory, as in if this is in another universe, this is who I'm going to do. This is how I'm gonna do this and everything of that matter. So the Rewriters Room, I would like you to explain like the Rewriters Room, how it came to be.
It all started in a group chat, man. I remember like it had to be around WrestleMania 34. CC Channing and we all went to Cornell together.
Oh, okay.
And we would always be tweeting each other about wrestling stuff. And I was like, yo, let's just start a group chat. So instead of, being on the timeline with it, we could talk about it. Because also, and I've said this before, like being a wrestling fan, it didn't always feel cool. So I would kind of hide the fact that I liked wrestling. I would tweet about it a little bit, but not much. And then as I kind of, grew in journalism and started to meet more people, I saw a lot of the people I looked up to were also wrestling fans, and they would tweet about it proudly. And that really empowered me to be more open about my wrestling fandom, and empowered me to, reach out to J5 and Meals and ask them, if I could start a show on their network. And we were thinking about the idea for a while. And I thought about, like me, Channing, and Cece, we just be fantasy booking shit all the fucking time. Some of it makes sense. Some of it is nuts, as you see when you listen to the episodes. But it's a very fun experience. And I think, that's one thing wrestling fans do a lot, sometimes to a fault, to their detriment, is fantasy book shit. So let's put that on a show. Let's kind of, really like do something structured with it and get everyone thinking. And with Rewriters Room, like, I don't realize how many people the man is here.
Hey, he's here.
What's good, my brother?
And he's cut up.
Well, yeah, I finally had to get a haircut today, man.
You look good, my brother.
I appreciate you, man. I wanted to get the Meek Mill fro, man, but I had a special interview I had to do today, man, so I had to get cut up for it. So
I hear you.
But Armon was explaining like the Rewriters Room.
Yeah. It's always nuts to me when people say like, "Yo, I love Rewriters Room. That's my favorite podcast," stuff like that, because I just don't really realize it. Like, I think the one thing about podcasting, which I'm sure you guys realize too, is like there will be people who will be tapped in weekly and they just won't say anything. They won't tweet it. They won't retweet anything. They won't engage, but they'll be tapped in. And so, especially this past season when we relaunched season 4, and I saw all the excitement in our Discord and on Twitter, I was like, oh shit, people are like really tapped in. And I think, that we have the benefit of being on the A Show network, where the A Show is popping, the War Report is popping. And, I kind of felt like, damn, like, do we measure up to those shows? Are we good enough? But I think our concept, as you said, is just, it's so thought-provoking. It's so engaging. It's entertaining. Channing and Cece really be having me like dying laughing on those calls with the shit that they come up with. Like, I honestly think like they're better at it than I am, just because of how galaxy brained they can be sometimes. And so I love kind of just being that, like, the one who kind of just, throws alleys to them and just lets them run wild. But yeah, man, we're 3 years into it, 4 seasons into it. It's been really fun. And yeah, I think just being able to talk wrestling with people who I like, being black wrestling fans, black Ivy League wrestling fans, who get on a Zoom for an hour and a half and just come up with crazy shit, but shit that also kind of makes sense sometimes. It's a great experience. So I love them to death. I love J5 and Meals for giving us that opportunity, and I'm glad people enjoy it. We will be back this fall too. September's here, so we'll be coming back to finish off season 4 in a few weeks.
Yo, that's what's up, man. Because I remember that's honestly where I first kind of like discovered who you were.
Yeah,
was like the Rewriters Room. I was like, I think I was like driving to work one morning. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really like when I listen to my podcast, like when it's one of my office days or something like that. I'm riding, and then this was like I hear the intro. It's like Rewriter. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And then I'm just like, all right, okay, what's this? Yeah. So I'm riding and stuff, and then it's like, all right, so this is how I'm gonna book it. This is how we would book this, and like y'all would lay down the foundation like from an old pay-per-view or some shit like that. And I'm just like, yo, I said I rock with this shit. Like, this shit is all right. I was like, okay, and I was like, Armon, okay, and then whatever. Then I see Armon. I'm like, oh, so Armon is a hip hop journalist too. I'm like, okay, cool, and I'm like, all right, and wrestling, all right, bet. But that Rewriters Room, I was just like, yo, this shit is like dope. Like, this is really, really hard. Like, because nobody else is doing it like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially, again, within our space, you know what I'm saying? The black space of being wrestling fans and whatnot. So, yeah, definitely really, really cool there. And again, like, just from that's just one portion of the things that you do. Again, like, on the Stay Busy pod, when you're like these interviews, like being, I don't know if people really understand the gravity of this, but you talk to Bad Bunny, okay? Like that's fucking insane. Like, you're talking about the biggest superstar in the world. The world. Like, man. This guy's working, bro. He's working, man. He's working.
Oh, man.
But it's pretty crazy, man. I'm not gonna lie. That one was a shock when they said, yeah, we're down. It was a surprise. I just, one thing in my career I've always done is I shoot my shot. I see an opportunity where there isn't one, and I try to create it. And the shot went in. I was like, fuck, let's do it then. And I really wished we were able to talk about more stuff. It definitely wasn't like my most detailed interview or my most insightful one, but the fact that I can say something a lot of people cannot say, I interviewed Bad Bunny.
That's legendary.
Mic drop. Just drop the mic. What can you say to me, bro? What can you say?
That's legendary as fuck.
Yeah,
man.
But we got Armon here, man. So we know, again, Armon's a very busy man. You know what I'm saying? But we got a lot of wrestling stuff to talk about, man.
Let me go grab me a drink because I'm trying to wake up a little bit.
Do your thing, yourself out. Do your thing, man. But because it's been just one of those another weird ass week in wrestling and everything like that. And I just want to ask Armon, do you have time, brother? Do you have time?
My brother, it's Friday night. I ain't doing shit. I got all the time. Let's go.
I just wanted to make sure. I mean, I was gonna keep you here anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like you weren't going nowhere, man. So, but yeah, man, we got some things to talk about, and we got a few other things to get into before this week in wrestling too. We got a few WWE Payback preview. You know what I'm saying? By the time y'all hear this recording, it'll probably already be over. We also got a Spaces that we doing following Payback. You know what I'm saying? Our first Spaces.
Lit.
So yeah,
I'm in there.
Oh yeah. Please come through, dog. It's gonna be very interesting trying to learn this system of using space. This is the first time for me, so but hey, we gonna get it going. But without further ado, man, let's get to this newsworthy stuff.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Oh, brother. I mean,
start off Phil Brooks. Can we start off with Phil Brooks, please?
I'm so fucking tired of talking about
we
these
gotta
people, man.
We gotta talk about this man, dog. This man's over here pulling cars in the backstage area, man. They ain't fucking with CM Punk. So
that nigga been letting it hang on the AEW locker room. He's different.
I'm convinced this man is a double agent, bro. Like he's a double agent at this point. He's there to take down this system, or he's there to bring people home. This is what's going on, bro. Like I just don't see it no more. I don't know what else to say. But yeah, we got to start with none other than Phillip Brooks,
CM Punk,
aka CM Punk.
CM Punk and CM Punk.
CM Punk. So let's go down the timeline here, okay?
Nigga had to take his glasses off.
Yeah, bro, like, cause this is insane. Like, all right, so I'm sitting here. Well, actually, no, I wasn't sitting here yet. I wasn't here yet. I wasn't at the beginning of all mid on
all mid
on this past weekend. I was where was I doing? I think I was riding my bike or some shit. I don't know. I had to work out. It's nice outside. Like I'm trying to hit it. Before it gets cold, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to do outside things, you know what I mean? But the first let's see, 0 hour, first of all, was like strange. I mean, this is when everybody coming in. For some reason they put belts on Maxwell, Jacob Freeman, and Adam Cole. They defeated Aussie Open, whatever, blah blah blah. Then let's get to the gist, to the genesis of this. So Hook and Jack Perry, they're the second opener. They have a match for that FTW belt. I don't know why that's still even a belt over there, but hey, whatever. I believe Taz created this belt. Yep. So, and Hook is his son, so nepotism, right? Mm-hmm. So during this match, there was a car that Jack Perry came in through the entrance or some shit like that. I don't know, but let's rewind a little bit there. Okay, so Jack Perry wanted to do something with the glass on Collision, if I'm not mistaken. This wasn't tempered glass. This was real glass. He tried to go through all the higher ups, within there, and it finally reaches CM Punk. Punk says, "Get the fuck out of here! You're not using real glass. We don't do that shit on Collision, bro."
As he fucking should.
Head Booker, CM Punk.
No. This is the head Booker. This is the president. Nigga, he runs this bitch.
Yeah, president.
He runs this bitch.
That's GM Punk.
GM Punk. Yes, correct. That's CFO Punk. Correct. He says, "Nah, get the fuck out of here. We're not doing that." So, I guess this little tension rolled over into the pay-per-view, and Jack Perry for some reason knocked on a glass and said, "Hey, there's a real glass, like, I don't know, looking like
Cry Me a River."
Yeah.
And then proceeded to get his dumbass Itachi in the back because he definitely the fuck out of him.
So we done got different numerous versions of what exactly happened here, but I'm guessing, he walks back into Gorilla. CM Punk is ready to come out to face Joe. He bumps into CM Punk like, "Yeah, bitch." Bumps into a shoulder bump or whatever. I guess he didn't expect Philip to react the way he did, and I think he forgot he was Jungle Boy and not, not the big Terminator that he thought he was or some shit like that. And apparently, following that, right before Punk's music hit, he gets put in the Fluta clutch, the one that Shayna Baszler does. I don't know. That's one version I heard.
That nigga probably gave Jack Perry a noogie.
Yeah, like he probably gave him a wedgie. Really,
like Cornette said, he goozled him. So like niggas one arm to that shit, just choked his head. Like, what the fuck are you doing, man?
What the fuck is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is about glass. Like, seriously? You know what I'm saying? Like, you really trying me? Do you know what the fuck I am? You know what I'm saying? And they had a little bit of a fisticuffs in the back. Really, it was Jack Perry getting choked the fuck out and everybody telling Phil to let go. You know what I'm saying?
Then he screamed on Tony Khan.
And that too, for some reason, apparently he lunged at Tony Khan, and monitors were like knocked over, and it's like, "Bitch, fuck you, I quit." I don't know.
I hate this place. He also said,
"Yeah, I hate this place." Now, him saying "I hate this place." Now, let's also rewind the timeline back a little bit. There, let's go to London Heathrow Airport that morning. Okay, so when Phil got to London, when he got there, there was no car. There was no type of ticket information, no type of anything. Not even a bus pass.
Over fucking seas in London. Your biggest star.
Nigga had to find his own way to the hotel in Wembley. That's crazy.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah. So he takes public transportation. He jumped, like, again, this is a president of a brand within your company.
I'm mad we running for president right now.
I'm riding with it. I said head booker. I look, I don't know the happenings or the agreements or anything like that. This is Big Bill Phil, according to Zasloff. So whatever. Big Bill Phil is riding on the subway. You know what I'm saying? Taking selfies with fans that's like, "Oh yeah, hey mate, no, Wembley's that way, isn't it?" You know what I'm saying? Like he's getting directions from people on the street, not getting a car or an Uber. Like Tony didn't even like call a Lyft to pick up his mans. Like he just said, "Yeah, Punk's here, whatever." So they're trying to say that there's some tension that's been brewing there for a second between the two. So let's fast forward to the lunging at Tony Khan. "I quit. I hate this place." He goes out to perform. You know what I'm saying? He goes out to perform.
True professional.
Hey, I have no words. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? He goes out to perform with Samoa Joe, defeat Samoa Joe for this really weird title that they have. It's an AEW title with an X mark on it. I don't know. But yeah, And I guess they was getting Phil up out of there, you know what I'm saying? And apparently maybe Kenny Omega was in the back smiling as he left or some shit. I don't know. That's just me.
Them niggas I told you about that nigga Punk. I told you.
I did not tell you about that nigga. Like, but hey, you know what I'm saying? Now, that's just my account of what's been going on because there's just been too much on. Oh, and shout out to everybody just running with this fake Miro story about all that shit.
Hey man, look, man, I had to run with that for a little bit, dog, because I was just thinking about how Punk was just really just running. How Punk was just really running shit back there. Like, nigga, I whoop your ass too.
I'll fuck you up too. I'll tell you want to go outside? And apparently they were joking with one another. So, you know, whatever. There's well, so I gotta ask you guys, like what the fuck? That's what I want to ask you. Like,
hey, man, look, bro. On some real shit, CM Punk is 2-0 in fights in AEW locker rooms, dog. He's 2-0 right now. Like, I think if Ace Steel was there, it'd have been a full on mayhem brawl in that bitch. Like, CM Punk is over. CM Punk runs that shit. He runs AEW. Like, they're scared of that man. They are terrified of that man right now. Jungle Boy thought like, okay, he ain't gonna do shit. He got his ass choked. He got a Tachi, nigga. He got choked up, nigga, like that, bro. Like, it's bad, man. It's bad, bro. It's bad.
Yeah. I've never seen a company in such turmoil, and everything is public. Niggas can't shut up. Niggas over there cannot shut up. It's a different report from Sean Ross Sapp every other day, or all these other outlets. Like, niggas cannot shut up. And then they always want to come on the timeline with that fake camaraderie too. Oh, wrestling's amazing. The women's locker room is amazing. We all love each other. We all look out for each other. Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
Shut up.
No.
Shut up.
No. None of that shit.
That listen. That toxic positive. That Adam Cole tweet is by far the worst tweet I saw all week. Adam, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, man. Like, stop trying to act like you some space brain that don't know what the fuck is going on, bro. You literally walking past them in the damn
I've
gorilla,
heard
bro.
some stories in that locker room, man, and I'm not gonna repeat on this bitch, but yeah, I'm gonna just say this: fuck y'all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call Dr. Umar on y'all bitch ass niggas real soon.
It's terrible over there, and it's like AJ, you saw that tweet that I quoted, my own tweet. And it was from last year when Brawl Out happened. I was like, when CM Punk first debuted in AEW in 2021, nigga was like, yo, Vince McMahon is on suicide watch. It's over for the WWE, blah, 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 all this. I was like, wait, just look. 1 year later, Brawl Out happens. CM Punk gone for 6 months. Comes back, everyone's hyped. Collision is here. Oh my God, it's lit. Restoring the feeling, breath of fresh air. AEW is back. 2 months later, Brawl In happens. Come on, man.
I mean,
come on.
Can we just say that all anything, like all in, all out, like are they cursed? Like, are they cursed?
Hell yeah, they cursed.
I mean,
man, look, all in is very fucking cursed because Ray Finney couldn't get over there. Daniel Bryan got hurt. The AR Fox shit happened. Nigga, that shit is cursed, bro.
And Ricky Starks didn't get over there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Ricky Starks didn't get over there.
Nigga, what the fuck Ricky Starks about to do it all out?
They had a convicted thug defending his titles in London too, Cash Wheeler.
And won.
You fucking felon.
You goddamn criminal.
Fucking dirtbag, man.
Fucking with an ag assault on his record out here winning, bro. Getting rewarded. Like, get the fuck out of it. With a firearm.
Well, look, you know why he got rewarded, right? My man's like, those are my peoples. They gonna keep them titles. Like how my nigga Ace Steel just got fired, got rehired, and got back pay.
And working from home.
Working from the crib. That man over there writing up stories in his drawers. Nigga, like, all right, man, we gonna do this, we gonna do that. Like, come on, dog. Like, nigga, what we on, man?
Meanwhile, Phil calling her, hey, guess who I just choked the fuck out of? I beat that nigga ass. Like, you
should have been there, Ace.
You should have been there. I know you wanted to bite that nigga.
Yeah, I would have bit the fuck out of him too, bro.
Oh my god! Like, AEW is so unserious, bro. Like, this is unserious. And the women, y'all had one women's match on this whole thing. Shut the fuck up, man. Yeah, I don't want to hear that shit, bro.
And Tony saying adding more women's matches would have fucked up the pacing of the show. That's very telling. And then a certain tweeter got on Twitter and said, y'all gonna keep asking him for women's matches? Why can't you just accept that? Like, and he called him the bro. He called Tony Khan the bro. Like, just accept that this is the bro don't want to book more women's matches. Like, go watch Impact. I'm like, bro, for real? Like you're really gonna defend this guy blatantly saying he doesn't want to book more women's matches? This nigga gave us some bullshit on All In. He gave us some bullshit.
Only thing I liked about All In was staying interest because I love Seek and Destroy by Metallica. That was one of the best things. That was one of the best things for me. But other than that, man,
he spends more money on licensing for music than he does like getting women in the ring. Like I don't understand this. Like, and that's crazy. That's absolutely insane because you say that, but then if one women's match gets left off of SummerSlam card, which probably wasn't even positioned to be on the SummerSlam card.
Everybody tripping. Everybody
wants to come out with the tiki torches.
But when this shit here, it's fucking crickets. Well, you know, it was just like the original All Out was only one All In, only woman. Man, fuck out of here. I don't
so it's tradition now. It's tradition. Oh, it's tradition
to say fuck the women. Got you. Cool. That's cool, man. That's cool.
So y'all proving our point when we say these things. You know what I'm saying? The thing is like we don't want to hate what's going. Like we don't want to hate AEW.
I want competition. I want this shit to be good. I
don't see it as competition. I haven't.
It's not competition. It's definitely not competition. But I want this shit to be good. I want this shit to be good. And like Eric Bischoff said, like this is like the classic thing he said. This was an indie. All In was an indie show on steroids.
Yeah. I mean, and he's not wrong. I mean, Eric has not been wrong yet.
No,
he's not been wrong yet.
No, he's seen this shit before. Like, nigga, I had a company that did this same shit y'all doing.
Mm-hmm. He'd be barring them up.
Yeah, tearing. I mean, like, I honestly, him and Cornette. The thing about Cornette, though, you can tell Cornette. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to talk about another person's podcast on mine, but when Cornette speaks about CM Punk, because clearly he's a mark for Punk. He's starting to run out of tape when it comes to defending the shit that Punk does. Like he's just kind of like, man, I gotta pull this out my ass now because I need to make it make sense and all that, you know. But hey, Jungle Jackal, fuck him, you know. Like, I mean, it's just at some point, it's just like, I mean. What's gonna happen? Like, what are we doing? Like, what are y'all like? Are y'all gonna keep like, what's the work? Because you look at now, apparently, from this, oh gosh, there's the next mess of this whole thing. Supposedly Jack and Phil were both suspended after this. Man, however,
Phil should have been suspended. He shouldn't have been suspended.
I don't think so. If I'm saying if it went that way that it did, then it's kind of like you know, why suspend me? But it's kind of crazy that it's almost as if he didn't know that he was suspended. Mm-hmm. Apparently, you know what I'm saying? Like Sports Illustrated knew Punk was suspended before Punk.
Let's be real. The higher ups at AEW are soft as fuck. Mm-hmm. They didn't want to tell that man he was suspended. They didn't want to tell him that. They soft. They're soft.
They're soft. The report was Tony told Punk's lawyers allegedly. He ain't even want to tell Punk himself. That nigga was shook. Yeah. I don't know if I want to tell Punk that he's suspended. I don't know.
I don't know, man. Like, man, Punk been running shit over there, man. Punk screamed on this motherfucker. No, not the monitors over on him and shit, man. He probably like, I don't want to. He might show up to my job. And then you know what I'm saying. You see Punk in Vegas with WWE Hall of Famers and shit.
Mm-hmm. Yikes.
Trading war
that nigga
stories.
Wants to come. he wants to come home so bad. So
but
bad.
But when he come home, he kissing that ring like a motherfucker.
Oh, he has to kiss the ring.
He eating all the pins.
He's losing for a year straight.
He gonna lose cleanly to the Miz, man. He gonna lose clean to the Miz.
He gonna
that's
lose
gonna
Roman. He gonna lose to Seth. He gonna lose.
They might put that nigga in the ring with LA Knight. LA Knight might cook his ass up with that BFT. You might have to catch that BFT clean, nigga. Clean, Punk.
Like, bro, we're gonna bring you back, man, but you gonna have to pay some dues, buddy.
I mean,
This nigga might lose to Hit Row. No cap.
Oh,
Top dollar.
top dollar.
hey, yo, taking a pin to Top Dollar is crazy. Dog.
Karrion Kross getting the submission too. He getting the choke off the show.
Karrion Kross is for sure putting that nigga to sleep. That nigga's going to sleep. GTS the other way, nigga.
Cross checking on this bitch ass.
I think this is one of the things I have been fighting against for like years, ever since his departure back in, what was that, 2012, 2013 when he left back. Yeah, and I said, get the fuck out of here, like go, like goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like just go walk off to the sunset, whatever the hell it is that you don't do, whatever. I think is at this rate, the way that he's moving within AEW, it's all but said that he's going to come back. I mean, he was apologizing in the parking lot.
He apologized to the Miz.
Yeah, he's apologizing in the parking lot at Raw, bro. Like,
look, man, I'm gonna tell you right now, Tony Khan was probably sick when he seen that. She like, what the fuck?
And
that nigga texted him with the fucking WYD. Like, what you doing, bro? What's going on over there?
Like, you delivering food? Like, what are you doing? What the fuck?
Why you in the parking lot with Tamina? What the fuck is going on here?
Like, huh? Like, I hear you talked to Hunter. Like, what? Wait, what? Why
are you talking to Paul? Why are you talking to Mike? What is going on here, man?
Yeah, like, so I think it's all but. I think he's going to be coming back at some point. Like, into what capacity is definitely not going to be at the capacity of which he is right now, currently, where he's 44 years old and wrestling every single week.
No. He's going to be a special attraction. He's going to be Goldberg.
Yeah.
He's going to be Goldberg. Yeah. Pay-per-view matches, he's going to get pinned. He might come out with a title, but he's going to be pinned a lot. But, yeah.
Brother, don't put no belt on that guy. Please, God, don't. I mean, if there's any time for him to possibly get that WrestleMania moment he wanted, maybe that will come.
He might be main eventing with Seth Rollins, because Seth Rollins gonna bar him the fuck up.
Yeah.
Seth been waiting on that one.
Man, he's taking that curb stomp, nigga.
Clean.
Curb stomp. And a pedigree.
Top rope curb stomp.
Yeah.
Just like that nigga did to Riddle and Omos.
Yeah, I don't know how much longer his contract is.
I think it might be up pretty soon, dog. They might let him go, dog. But then again, WB Discovery ain't like, nah, this your money maker. Keep him here.
I think so. That's probably my question now, because I mean, WB Discovery is WB Discovery, but I still feel like. Do you feel that it's like they need to just let Punk go?
Yes.
Yeah, they do.
Yes,
they do.
He brings so much drama with him. He doesn't want to play nice with the locker room, and the locker room don't want to play nice with him. This nigga steps into every room thinking he should get treated like Cena, like Roman. It's like, bro, you remember when Paul Pierce, when Draymond Green told Paul Pierce, like, yo, you not Kobe? Like, it's similar energy. Like, you're not that guy, pal. Like, you're really not that guy. You had a great WWE run. You had those years where you was really like, that nigga. You was still, under Cena and under other niggas, but he has this heightened sense of self-importance where he feels like he should be treated a certain way, and he acts out when he's not treated the way he thinks he should be treated. But the way he acts makes niggas not want to treat him the way he wants to be treated.
Yeah.
So these little short bursts in AEW where he's there and like people are excited, and then something goes wrong, he don't get his way, he acts up, he beats up EVPs and other, like you cannot have that in a company.
You cannot.
No, you can't. Because you would get fired for that. You would literally get fired for that shit.
And he knows they pussy over there, so like he does what he wants. He gets a little slap on the wrist, and it's like, bro, Punk, we need you for Collision. We're gonna create a whole new show for you. Like, bro, it's and Warner Bros. Discovery loves him too. Like, they want him there. So Tony Khan has to make these exceptions, but it ruins the morale of everyone, and it's not sustainable. It's just not. It's not something you can keep up for a long period of time.
Look, imagine JBL in that locker room.
Oh no, JBL would have fucked him up. Ain't no brawl out. There's no brawl out. We wouldn't even have heard JBL that fucked him up until like maybe 20 years down the line when they telling their stories and shit like that. Like, yeah,
he'd be like this. Hey, Michael, you remember when I kicked the Young Bucks' ass in that locker room?
yeah. Like it'll be along those lines. I mean, and then I guess my next question would be, do you think if Punk is let go, like he has a departure from the company, do you think the product gets better?
No, it won't right now. As long as Tony Khan booking everything, it's not gonna get better.
Collision's gonna be. I don't know what Collision is without CM Punk. Like, I really don't know. It's like, cool, now the Elite can show up on there, but the niggas ain't draws. Like, they're not drawing more viewers on a Saturday night.
No.
I don't know. Like, I don't know what, and like, I mean, AEW as a whole is just not good, but at least they have Punk. Punk at least, makes you want to watch certain things. Punk leaving just opens the door for more bum-ass niggas to get booked. So,
yeah.
I don't think the product gets better, and I don't know how much worse it can get.
Yeah, because I think if Punk, it's so many different variables here. Like, you gotta like rein in MJF. Like, you can't let MJF repeat what he was doing when Punk wasn't there, because it wasn't drawing anything. Y'all were losing viewers while that shit was happening on Dynamite. So you kind of gotta put MJF in the situation to where he's a face. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that will make it a little more likable and whatnot. You also have to increase your match quality, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? You have to make your matches better. You know what I'm saying? You have to perform better. You have to have better stories. You know what I'm saying? We already know what y'all do with stories over there. You absolutely suck at them. You know what I'm saying? Because again, it's Tony's booking of that. I think if Punk goes, Collision has to go. Period. You have to cancel Collision.
That's gonna be the funniest. That's gonna be the funniest press release of all time.
I'm going to be like literally having a Kool-Aid champagne extravaganza, like just like I won a championship if that happens, because that's going to be insane. Because they said this was going to be a breath of fresh air. And they suspended reality of the fact that it's coming on a Saturday. College football has started. So God bless on this week's episode of Collision. Like, I don't know what you're going to do. You also going against Payback at the same time. So God bless to you. Like,
no, they're gonna be good for tomorrow though. You wanna know why? They're gonna be good for tomorrow.
How?
Dennis Rodman gonna be on the show.
Oh, get the fuck out of here, man. Why am I seeing WCW 2000 in my head right now? This is just not okay. It's not okay what's happening right now. Anyway,
they could have got Scotty. Like, what the fuck are we doing here?
You're going against, the NBA is going to be starting soon. You're going to get Saturday night games on ABC. I'm not watching college football. NFL is going to be playing on Saturdays. It's over. It's over, bro. You have to cancel it. You got to cancel it.
The only thing that might help Collision, people talking about Edge, his contract situation. A lot of people think he might go to AEW. You lose CM Punk, you put Edge in there. Granted, Edge, I love Edge to death. He can't work the way he used to. Yeah. You're not gonna have him wrestling every week on Saturdays, but that first show where Edge pops out, they'll probably pop a nice rating. You find different segments to do with him. Maybe he brings back the Cutting Edge. I don't know if he gonna change his name. You got to do like the fucking Cutting Adam or Cutting Copeland. I don't know.
Yeah, coming in there, Adam Copeland is gonna be crazy. If he
that's the only thing.
They definitely own that Edge name. I think they definitely own.
Yeah, they own Edge.
But that's the only thing that might save Collision is if Edge actually goes over there.
He probably gonna come back in that bitch, Damian Stryker.
Damian Stryker is insane. That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't. The Edge thing is just so weird to me, man. It's so weird because, he says that, hey, I got a extension contract sitting in my email. I got that there, and you clearly and you haven't signed it. You know what I'm saying? You haven't signed this extension contract or whatever. You're near 50. Also, you saying you got a contract just sitting in your email lets us also know you also have an offer from AEW sitting in that email somewhere too. Like it's quite obvious. That's the reason why you haven't signed it yet.
Yep.
I think, does Edge bring value to AEW? Yes. No. However, well, I'm gonna tell you why he would. You know what I'm saying? In a crate, like I'm about to rewrite a little bit of a scenario. Actually, I'm not rewriting it. I'm trying to paint this picture. If you get rid of Collision, you bring Edge on to possibly kind of do the things that he would like to do in WWE, which is like work with younger people. Except the difference between the younger people in AEW and WWE is that WWE, they got it. AEW, they don't. So I don't know what you can do. I don't think you can turn shit into gold all of a sudden. I just don't see that. But
only thing I want from this shit, if Edge goes over there, Edge versus Kenny Omega. That's it.
I mean, that's a good match.
That's it.
I mean,
there's nothing else I want over there. There's nothing else
you're talking about Tony. You're talking about Tony, right? Because Tony, you say you want that. Tony's gonna give you that every single week. Then he's gonna put that on the pay-per-view. So do you want? So is that like? Do you see that as something being viable? And and then they always, of course, they're gonna do the damn Edge versus Christian thing over there because
he's gonna team them up immediately and put them against the Hardy Boys.
Oh God! And that,
hell yeah.
Yeah, no.
That man don't know. Hey, look, man. Let's just be real about it. If they don't want to be real about it, fuck him. He don't know how to book.
I mean, he doesn't know how to book.
He don't know how to book.
He's too busy trying to rehash. He's too busy trying to rehash nostalgic.
No, that
matches.
And he's too
I don't want to see
listening. That and he's too busy listening to the fans. He listens to the fans too fucking much.
Yeah,
like, bro,
that's the other problem.
Book. You don't have to listen to them. You hire all these other motherfuckers to book. Why aren't you listening to them?
I'll tell you this. If I'm Edge right now, you know what I'm saying? Edge is a grown man. He can do whatever the hell he wants to do. If you put me in Edge's situation, I'm just going to sign that damn extension and be a legend on a Legends type deal. And I'm just going to sit at home on my rocking chair outside, drink my damn coffee and call it a fucking career, bro. Because I don't, they're going to completely waste your time over in AEW. Completely. And like, we already can kind of see, you know what I'm saying, maybe even, heard a few things that a lot of those black and gold NXT guys that will love so much are one day probably going to take their ass back to WWE. So that's going to hurt AEW even more. So to put yourself in that type of situation as Edge to go over there, Tony's not going to let you sign for anything less than 3 years. I think I just don't see that being a viable option, man. I don't see that being a good option for Edge personally.
Absolutely not. He's gonna go over there and hate it. He's gonna learn what we've all seen.
Yeah,
and
he's gonna be Billy Gunn because Billy Gunn, like, I'm tired of this shit.
Oh, because I can tell you right now, Billy can be tired of this shit, but in terms of his sons, the ass boys, they gonna be hightailing their ass over the NXT one day. You know what I'm saying?
They already got that call from.
They already
Brian
got
Pillman
a spot
Jr.
over there. They got one warmed.
They already got that call from Brian Pillman Jr. Like, hey, this shit is legit, man.
Yeah.
You see the women over here? Yeah, bring y'all asses over here real quick.
Yeah, like we need to tear this performance center down. You know what I'm saying? Like it's already just kind of like in the stars. You know what I'm saying? According to like just the how you can read the situation, the overall feels and everything like that. It's just it's not a pretty situation over there right now. So Edge, please stay away. Just don't do it, bro. Don't do it, man. But yeah, we spent a lot of time on Punk there. Good Lord, man. But right now that's just where it stands. I don't know. We saw the All Out card.
Trash.
Punk is not on it. It looks like an episode of Dynamite.
It's trash.
It's
trash.
just. And if you want to look
Let
up,
me ask y'all a question. What's gonna close out the show?
Let me look up this card just to see.
If it's me, in my mind, I think Takeshita and Omega, but I don't think they're gonna close it.
Nope.
But that's who I would have closing it. But
Oh my god. They might end up doing the fucking Bullet Club Gold versus FTR and Young Bucks to close.
Nope. I'm gonna tell you right now what it's gonna be. The ROH Tag Team Title match.
get the fuck out of here with Cole and come on.
Because
Versus
they gonna
the
do
Dark Order.
They gonna finally do the turn.
I think they're gonna do the turn there, dog. Oh my god, that shit gonna. You know what? No, they're not, because they let the drag shit out at AEW. They do let the drag shit out over there. Look at her body, like, shit.
I'm really trying to put myself into Tony Khan's mind right now and see what he would book.
Why is there a match with Eddie Kingston and Shibata against fucking? Why is that match even happening?
I don't know why you saying why to that when you completely skipping over the fact that Ricky Steamboat is supposed to be facing Ricky Starks.
Oh my god!
70-year-old Ricky Steamboat versus Ricky Starks.
This card is terrible.
It's awful. That's why I said it looks like
is terrible.
It looks
Gabby,
like Rampage 1 year
Gabby,
anniversary.
Gabby, I'm so sorry. Gabby. Gabby.
One women's match. Once again.
One women's match.
And Gabby brought up a good point too earlier this week. Where's the fuck is Athena? Why is she not having a match? Like,
she's your Ring of Honor Women's Champion, correct?
Like what are we doing here?
And you got is it Chris Statlander versus
Ruby Soho. No heat on that match. Heatless. Cold. That shit cold as fuck.
All the matches are pretty. Well, nah. The only one the match that got some heat to it is Takeshita versus Kenny Omega, and that's because of Don Callis. And honestly, the bright spot of AEW right now is Don Callis. Every time I see Don Callis on my screen, I fucking laugh. That nigga's hilarious.
Don definitely he moves stories along for sure.
He's hilarious, man.
And I mean, Kingston and Blackpool have a story to them. Is it a good one? No, but there's something there.
They did somehow, some way, I guess that Stadium Stampede they did at All Mid. I'm sorry, to correct myself. All Mid supposedly had a lot of people's attention because, again, John Moxley being John Moxley, he got a skewer stuck in his head during this match.
What's wrong with him?
Hey, look,
I really don't know.
Here's the craziest thing about John Moxley. He's the most professional motherfucker over there in AEW right now.
Yep.
I mean, you got to give it to him.
He ain't scrapping with nobody. He just comes, do his job, go home to his wife and his kid.
He comes in, he bleeds.
He bleeds. All that shit. And he goes home.
And he goes home.
You haven't heard this man with no drama over there. None. Yeah. Like I gotta give him credit for that.
I think it's because they let him do what he wants to do. I think that's probably a big reason why. I think it was.
They probably want to make this man an EVP. He like, man,
he don't want that shit. But I think it's because they allow him to do what he wants to do. Like I think because if he had the WWE chains on him, he'll be fucking miserable. He'll be so miserable. He'd be like, yo, I gotta get the fuck out of here. This is bullshit. But being that he doesn't have those chains on him, what I'm saying, he gets through it. He's still working with Yuta and Claudio. So I guess what I'm saying, he's just kind of like, well, that's them, not my problem. Fuck them. I don't care. Hey, pass me the blade. You know what I'm saying? Like that's Mox's whole thing over there right now. But
I love it, man. I love it. Like that man is just over there just having a ball. He like, man, fuck it. You know, so I'm getting paid a lot of fucking money.
yeah,
I got to go home. Like I'm just like, bro, I don't give a fuck. Man, I can do whatever the fuck I want to. Like, he probably see Punk like, yeah, whoop their ass, man. They go about his business. Like, fuck it. Yeah.
Now, I do want to point out something interesting. There was. Now, I do have to kind of give it to Jericho and Ospreay.
That was
They
a good
had
match.
they had a
good
pretty
match.
good joint. I think. Do you just think Will Ospreay's just signed at this point? Like he's just pretty much there.
Probably.
I don't really know. I never know with that company, man.
Yeah, because it's just so weird, man. Like I just like Ospreay works for Tony a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like just I think he's coming close to the end of his New Japan contract.
I mean, shit, he probably getting money. Tony Khan probably paying him a lot of money. He probably haven't seen this much money in his life. He like, oh shit. Okay.
Tony knows he ain't got no draws in his actual company, so he got to bring niggas from outside.
Yeah, absolutely right, exactly. But yeah, I got to give it to those two, even though Jericho's a clown. Outside of that, something interesting I did want to point out. As someone who was in the audience during All Mid,
Yep.
Miss Princess Mercedes Monet, better known as Sasha Banks, was in attendance at All In. So, what does this mean? I have no idea.
I mean, a couple of appearances, maybe. You know what I'm saying? She probably gonna fight Britt Baker because that. But
brother, yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. Like, I think she's still on the contract to New Japan and all that. So,
she got hurt. You know what I'm saying? She got
Yeah.
hurt, so she probably still got some more. They probably extended it a little bit.
or it might have just been an appearance. Like, hey, we'll pay you to come watch the show, and she probably just went to go watch the show.
Yeah, very, very strange. I'll tell you this: it'd be very strange if you just paid for her to come watch that show and she never appears on AEW.
Think about who we dealing with.
I mean, I know.
I wouldn't put it past Tony. I mean, there were reports that he could have signed her and he didn't. So it would not shock me. He's like, Wembley, 80,000 people, come show up. Don't do nothing, just sit there. It didn't even look like she had lit seats either.
She didn't.
She was up there with the normal niggas.
Up there with the normal people. Yeah, with the broke folks. You know what I'm saying?
She wasn't in no section 100.
Yeah, she's up there in the pubs.
She ain't no floor seats.
Crowd. Yeah, it was sick. And they just
Nasty work.
They kept putting the camera on her the entire time like she was an NXT signee or some shit. It was just like, all right, guys, that's enough. Like right. I don't know what they're doing with this. You know what I'm saying? Like I really don't know. But like Ant was saying, maybe some. Oh God, please. Look, I'll tell you this: if you sign, she's not going to lose. She's like,
fuck no.
She may give you one loss. She may give you one, but she gonna be like, okay, look, I'm not gonna keep. Look, if there's anybody that's just as bad as having Punk on your roster, it's definitely her. So
she gonna be in that locker room moving like CM Punk. She gonna choke out fucking Willow Nightingale or somebody.
No. Britt Baker getting her ass whooped. Britt Baker getting her ass whooped that backstage.
Yeah.
She gonna get her ass whooped in that backstage. She gonna have an A steel back there too. Shit.
Yeah, she not gonna be with that losing shit. She like
And that nigga Punk will be like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Right. But yeah, it was just real interesting to see her in the crowd. Where this takes us to next, I don't know, and I don't think any of us know as of yet. But yeah, I think I am just done with AEW talk. This is just crazy.
Yeah.
For now,
this is the most I've ever talked about AEW since I was on the War Report.
yeah. Like I just knew like coming into this week when that whole thing happened.
I feel so bad for Cyrus on the War Report, dog. I feel so bad for him because he has to go through that shit. I feel so bad for him, man. Weekly. Jesus Christ! I mean, Quan loves that shit because That's his type of shit. But goddamn, Cyrus, I'm praying for you, man. That's fucked up.
Yeah, I couldn't. I absolutely could not. Shout out to Marcel, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Our AEW correspondent. That's why we have Marcel.
I feel bad for him too.
Hey, Marcel said he liked the shit, man. I'll be like, hey, Marcel, watch it up, brother. Watch it up.
I don't know what the fuck it is, man, but go ahead, bro. I don't understand that one, man.
But outside of there, a more healthier workplace, it seems. I want to shout out Awesome Kong. She's going to be returning to the ring for the first time in over 3 years at Impact 1000.
That's dope.
That's going to be dope for her. She's a legend, man. You already know Awesome Kong.
Man, shout out, man. Just shout out Impact Wrestling.
Shout out Impact Women, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like hey, that's how a women's division should be handled right there. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Trinity. She doing her thing, man. Everything that's going on over there. Other new stuff. Gunther is gonna, he's about to break the record. In a week's time. He's gonna be breaking that record. He's gonna be putting Honky Tonk Man in the dirt. Get out of here. Fuck out of here.
Then he'll be put in the dirt by John Cena. You know that's happening.
And
you think so?
I think it's gonna happen, man. I think it's gonna happen.
I feel like Cena's gonna be a SmackDown exclusive. I mean, actually, no. He'll probably show up on Raw at some point.
No, because I'm gonna tell you right now, Cena never had the IC title. They're gonna make that man the Grand Slam champion.
That's facts. That's facts.
They're gonna make that man.
I've always wondered if they were gonna figure out a way to put him in the IC title picture that makes sense.
Yeah,
I thought maybe WrestleMania 36 before the pandemic hit. I thought maybe they would do like a IC title match, a multi-man match, and Cena wins it there.
Yeah.
So I mean, shit, Cena Gunther would be hard. That'll be a fire ass match.
It would be.
That's right in Cena's wheelhouse. I mean, he did the Big Show matches, the Kane matches, the Great Khali matches. Like Cena versus a big dude is always pretty entertaining.
It's gonna be crazy. Then like he gonna come Super Cena that one last time.
Well, I think. So let's see. We got he's supposed to do 7 appearances between now and.
He's probably gonna do more because shit. Look at Hollywood right now.
I mean, look at Hollywood, but at the same token, John is also doing things. I think in a way he's kind of promoting like some of the movies that's coming out. Without talking about them. Yeah. So he's getting eyes on him because I mean he has a whole movie with like Jackie Chan that came out and I didn't even know about it. You know what I'm saying? Like one of the things about being a SAG actor, you can't promote the movies verbally about that. But if you like, oh shit, John Cena's here. You know what? I wonder if John Cena, what's his movies looking like? You know what I'm saying? And then you go on there and you see these movies out there, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of in a way like maybe I'm just here for some promo shit real quick without saying that I'm here for that. You know what I'm saying? I don't see nothing going beyond the 7 appearances, bro. He about to go to India. He about to go to India. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be cool. Yeah. Honestly, I got Chad Gable beating Gunther, bro.
I hope so. I hope so. I think that would be amazing for Chad, man.
Yeah, it would be amazing for Chad because Chad went through a lot of bullshit, so it would be amazing for him.
I think Chad is probably. I think a young guy's gonna get that off of Gunther because I think that's gonna be the thing that pivots Gunther into that main title picture.
And it's time. It's time for it.
It's time. That big gold gonna look good on my boy, man. That big gold gonna look good on that big motherfucker, bro. Like
absolutely.
He gonna, hey, look, just picture this, bro. Picture him standing on that damn announce table on a Monday night, talking shit, and he got that big gold wrapped around his
Just don't do that shit in Detroit, man. Don't do that
shit here, please. I'm out there standing ovation.
I don't want to do that shit here, man. This broke city. What the? I want to do that, man.
Yes.
No, dog.
Call us idiots. Yes.
No, man.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
I need that. in my veins. You know what I mean? But
sir.
I mean, we'll talk more about that. But yeah, John Cena is back, man. He's back. It felt so. Seeing him, tonight, you know what I'm saying? We can talk about that a little bit real quick before we jump into, this whole week and previews and everything like that. But, seeing him tonight was just like it was like, damn.
I'll catch the clips because I missed the fuck out that shit.
Yeah, he opened up SmackDown. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
Like, yeah.
Did anybody interrupt him?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
somebody did.
Somebody did. It's a little strange right now. But, you know what? I think it's no better time than to transition to that. So let's get into this week in wrestling. This week in wrestling.
I am the BEST
New Day because the Street Profits are up and we want the smoke.
Wrestling has more than one royal family.
Acknowledge me.
Round one.
The Marco. Perfect.
So there might be a remix to that real soon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know. There might be a remix to that real soon.
All right. Yeah, okay. So I think we could just talk freshly about SmackDown right now.
Yeah. I want to hear this.
So so we get the opening show. John Cena, he's in blue now. He's in blue. Mm-hmm. He's in blue. So no more green. Not green now. The color scheme this year is blue. The horns hit. You know what I'm saying? He comes out. His man Stu is there, so you know what I'm saying. He's restoring the feeling. You know what I'm saying? Talking to Stu. Shout out to Stu.
I'm at the cop this shirt. This shirt hard in the motherfucker too.
Shout out to Stu. He comes out and then he just saying, hey, I'm back. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'm we got Payback tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? It's so crazy. It don't even feel like Payback is tomorrow almost. You know what I'm saying? Hate to break the fourth wall for our listeners, but sorry. But yeah, like Payback is tomorrow and I'm the host of Payback. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, damn, okay. That's what so we got a host for Payback. So
oh shit.
He's talking, and then all of a sudden,
oh shit,
he is approached by Jimmy Uso with new music. Shit. Jimmy Uso.
Is the music hard?
It's good.
It's good.
Hard.
It's
I fuck
good.
with it.
It's good.
Like it started out weird, and then once it got into the beat, I was like, oh no, this fire. It's fire. I fuck with it.
His own Titantron, his own Tron, everything, own thing. He comes out and it's just kind of strange. It was just like, well, off all people, you send out Jimmy, but hey, I feel you.
It made sense. I remember, I think J5 like fantasy booked it too, where like, John should mix it up with Jimmy, and I was like, this makes sense. I mean, Jimmy's in this like renegade phase right now where he's not bloodline, but he's not with his brother. He's just being a loose cannon. Roman's obviously not on the show. Jay left WWE, so Jimmy gotta find something to do. And I think there's no better person to increase your heel heat with than to step up to John Cena.
Exactly.
John Anthony Cena. Yes.
Yeah.
and John, you know what I'm saying, and Jimmy just like, like you a GOAT and all that, but I done came up. In the last since you've been gone, like you see where I'm at right now. You see like where we been and all that shit. And John is like, yeah, that's what's up. Like that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you something that I should have told you 3 years ago. You're the wrong Uso that people want to see. Mm-hmm. He went classic John Cena, like vintage John Cena, just went crazy on him. He's just like, yeah, everybody actually wants to see Jay. They don't want to see you.
Jesus Christ.
So Jimmy gets in his feelings, tries to attack John, and John lays the cleanest AA I have seen in a long time. That shit was just clean. Like clean. It was so clean his hat came off. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to watch that. I got to watch that later on.
Laid down the AA, threw up the fingers, and was like, all right, see y'all next week. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. See y'all next week. So after that, Jimmy's like upset, going through the halls and everything like that. he ends up interrupting like Adam Pearce and Mia Yim. He's just like, yo, like what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like you see what just happened? You know what
So
I'm saying?
I already know what that's building towards.
You know, like and Mia Yim like, yo, what the fuck? Like for real? And then, you know, she gets upset, goes to holler at the OC. Then AJ like, yeah, what's wrong? And she's like, you know, Jimmy, he just interrupted me and shit like that. Like, handle that. You know what I'm saying?
That's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be a good one.
Then,
Real good one.
oh, your all-time favorite fantasy booked tag team happened tonight, and
Which one?
Austin Theory and Grayson Waller teamed up together.
Oh my god!
Two jackasses. The two jackasses
Fucking
tag
yes.
team happened.
It's almost gonna be complete. Just put Logan Paul with him and nigga.
I'm not gonna front. Theory ain't really been moving me. Like
No.
I really have to remember that he beat John Cena at WrestleMania because he's been so unimportant since then.
Yeah.
But Theory and Waller, Grayson Waller is that nigga. Grayson
He
Waller
is,
is him.
bro. Grayson Waller's my guy.
I think if
fuck with
there's
Grayson Waller.
anyone who's going to help Austin Theory crystallize his douchebag type of character, it's
Grayson
being next
Waller.
to Grayson Waller. You just
Grayson
let
Waller.
Grayson talk, you let Theory work. That shit, those are future tag team champions.
Man, dog, holy shit. They need to do something with that one, man.
Yeah,
oh
bro.
my god.
And not only did they put them together, they worked well together. They had some
niggas-
really, yeah.
These niggas beat Rey Mysterio and Santos. Pip-
Yeah,
we,
like
we like to call Santos Pintos because that nigga be taking a lot of L's.
Hey man,
Taking pins.
Pinto bean, nigga.
All due respect to Santos, he's great.
all
but
due
that-
respect to Santos.
But that
Hey,
nigga
man.
that nigga be
Look.
putting the L in LWO for sure.
Look, man, my Trick Williams agenda is cooking right now, and now this one's cooking right now too. Oh man,
We up.
I'm just waiting
Yeah,
for
man.
Santos to turn on Ray. That's it. Just hurry this up, man. Bring back Legado del Fantasma. Let's get this going, bro. Like, come on. The LWO thing was cool for Backlash and all that shit. Everything like it was great. It's time to wrap it up. It's time to make the turn, bro. Let's do it. It's obvious that that's what's happening, but they had really, it was a really fun match they had against Theory and Grayson Waller. And even the ending was good because, you know, it ended up with Ray and Theory outside the ring. Grayson Waller was already outside the ring, and what he do, the rolling stunner, 1, 2, 3 on Santos, and that was, you know, that was the end of that.
The very important thing there was Santos saved Ray from getting hit by Theory, and that or I think it was either Waller or Theory, and then Theory takes out Santos's knee, still, you know, working that injury, and then Theory gets taken out the ring by Ray. Waller comes in, hits the stunner. Like they're throwing in these little subtle details. Santos continually looking out for Ray, and then being the one who takes the pin.
I'm
like,
always getting hurt because of you.
Building up that whole resentment angle.
Yeah.
It's genius.
Like you already got the title that I'm supposed to have. You know what I'm saying? Because I got hurt and you went out there. I covered you on that. Now I'm over here. I keep catching bullets for you. I'm tired. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'm about to beat your ass. So
hey, man, fuck all that, man. Give me Grayson and Austin Theory versus Sammy and KO. I need that.
I'm with that.
I need that.
well,
I need that, man.
If
Well-
those niggas beat JD, which I feel like they, we'll get to payback.
yeah,
but
we'll get the paper.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah, it's just because something else happened. You know what I'm saying? Like
Shit.
because Bobby Lashley. Here comes Bobby Lashley coming out tonight. That was another nice little quick hit to talk about. Bobby Lashley comes out. They kind of dribbled over this promo a little bit, but I still think the message was made clear. I don't know what they're doing exactly with the Profits in terms of their theme because they still coming out to the same theme and the same type of like.
I think they can.
red-
I think they get a new theme soon.
Yeah,
They-
because
they
got to
should.
change it up. Yeah,
Like especially like when they re-debuted and they attacked. Who did they attack? It was the
whole match. It was the Viking Raiders. It was
Viking Raiders and the OC, I believe.
yeah, it was the,
Like
yeah.
they attacked them. It was very heelish, but they're getting cheers. and they're still moving like the old Street Profits. They're just wearing suits now.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be very hard to just look at them as heels if they don't do anything deplorable. Similar with Bobby. Bobby gets big cheers too. Niggas love Bobby. Like,
yeah, like so tonight, it was a huge pop for Bobby
they were
tonight.
Cheering crazy for him. So if they want to keep them faces, that's fine. But just the way that the Street Profits were presented in their re-debut, it felt like they wanted them to be heels or tweeners. So they got to be very particular about what they do with this new faction. I think beating KO and Sammy would, but also they're winning their matches clean too. Like they're not cheating. Like Bobby speared Butch or Ridge the other last week.
Yeah.
But otherwise, they're not doing low blows, eye pokes, anything. Like I think if they want to present them as heels, they have to be very particular about what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to, because you know what I'm saying, like, because like tonight they were just saying, you know, Bobby was just like, yo, and I think he kind of like fumbled over his words a little bit, because he was like, we're here to put the WWE in notice. It was like, in notice? You mean on notice? You know what I'm saying? Like, putting the WWE on notice, and that's that. You know what I'm saying?
Bobby about to become another U.S. champion again.
Or so yeah, because he says like we're out here after championships now. Like,
he's not getting the main title, so it's like just give him the U.S. championship, give him the tag team titles, and run with that.
Yeah, I mean they could do that, but that makes it interesting, because as they were leaving together, KO and Sammy come out for their tag team match, and then they do the big stare down. Yeah, you know, the Prophet's like, hey, as you were, go ahead to the ring. So again, you see those seeds being planted,
man. But I don't know, though. I'm about to go ahead and push this Austin Theory and Grayson Waller agenda right now, dog. I'm gonna have to push that one, man.
The thing about Theory and Waller, I mean, I see them teaming up a little bit more often and everything like that. But Waller is still a man of his own. You know what I'm saying? Because I find it quite interesting that he's going to be interviewing Cody Rhodes at Payback. So, you know what I'm saying? It's clearly something there that they trying to do.
I mean, just make Theory like you to Grayson Waller. Fuck it. You know?
I mean, they doing something there.
And
you know
then,
what I'm saying? Like,
and then what you do, you bring in Logan Paul and you put them all together, man. Like that'd be a heat magnet. That'd be a heat magnet right there.
I mean, look, I'm not against this faction. I'm just about timing. That's my thing. I'm just about timing. Like when that's some WrestleMania timing type shit to do right there.
Nigga, heat magnet, bro.
Like you gotta have a big show. I don't want to just be like, I got them together this week, and then let's bring Logan Paul in at Fastlane. Like, let's wait a little. Let's let this stew a little.
Hey,
bit
nigga,
longer.
I'm a patient man. I can wait till WrestleMania for that one, dog. I can wait till WrestleMania for that one. I need that. I need that shit to happen, man.
I mean, hey, I'm with it. I think
they all come up with bottles of Prime too. Man, come on, bro. Like, think about that shit.
I mean, I'd rather see them together than see KSI come out there with another Prime mascot joint.
That KSI shit was fire.
You didn't fuck with the KSI shit? That shit was
I mean, it was funny. It was funny as hell.
That shit was fire.
It was when he took the mask off. I said, "Oh my god, bro. Like, of course, bro. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, I fuck with Logan Paul. Like, don't get it.
Logan is him.
Yeah, Logan's really him.
He's that nigga. I'm glad I finally got to see him wrestle live.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
That shit was crazy.
I was happy to see that. Logan's really him for real.
And he beat that nigga in front of his girl too.
In front of his girl, man, and made her say his name. Like, that's crazy. that's you got to bring the pistol out after that. That's wild.
Ricochet should have been waiting in the back like Rusev with that pistol, though.
But yeah, other than that, from SmackDown, Solo ended up attacking AJ from behind when he was talking to complaining to Jimmy.
Oh, that's interesting.
So Solo tells Jimmy, "You ain't in Bloodline until we tell you ain't." Like, on some shit like that. And Jimmy like, "Look, you, Roman, all y'all can kiss my Paul, all y'all kiss my ass. I'm out when I say I'm out." You know, that type shit.
That's interesting.
So yeah, that was quite interesting there. Trying to remember, did I miss anything else? AJ and Solo ended up becoming the main event. Shotzi faced Bailey, and that kind of a barn burner type situation there.
You know, man.
Yeah,
Shotzi she's got a great character.
yeah,
She puts an effort into her matches, which is great. I don't need Shotzi singles matches right now.
yeah.
She's best in multi-woman or tag matches.
She need to go to them natty classes, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if the natty class is gonna save this.
They might, but I feel like Bailey was really carrying.
Oh yeah,
Really carrying that match. And you know, like she had some cool moments. That suicide dive was fire. She had a couple really cool moments, and I think she can get better. She looks like she has the desire to get better, which you know you can appreciate as a fan. But yeah, that was like not. That match was not it.
Well, and then it's also throws support your way. You know, supports your opinion that she's better in multi-woman matches, because in between that match, you know, to deal with the interference from EO, here comes Charlotte Flair coming to the rescue. She gives the big boot to EO, and then you know, ends up with Bailey catching the DDT from Shotzi, the 1-2-3 pin. She takes the pin from Shotzi, and Shotzi gets the win. And then next week we are booked with Shotzi and Charlotte Flair teaming against Damage Control next week. So hey, that supports the opinion that she's better off with being in a tag or being in a multi-woman match. So that's
a huge rub for her teaming with Charlotte.
It is
too.
Absolutely
huge rub.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, Bailey is a sweetheart. Bailey wants to work with everybody. She wants everyone to win. So they're gonna do everything in their power to make her look as good as they can in this situation. But yeah, that was that. I'm trying to remember that I missed anything else.
The one between AJ and Solo.
Solo won that because for some strange reason, I like the Jimmy thing is kind of confusing, but I kind of have a theory of why this is happening the way it is again. Jimmy interferes in this match. AJ was working his ass off tonight. He was working his ass off. It was a good match. It was a good match. Real good match. Real good showing from AJ. You can tell that AJ kind of has that battery in his back a little bit now because Roman's not on TV. They're not taking up too much time with Roman's shit. So AJ's working it and everything. Then Jimmy just interferes in the match. Solo wins it with the spike on AJ, and then there's just confusion in the ring. Actually, Solo grabbed Jimmy to give him the spike, and then Paul said, "Yo, stop, don't do it, stop." And he got the phone in his hand or some shit. So you thinking like Roman's on the other line or something? I don't know, but yeah, Jimmy's like, "No, we good." And then he hugs Solo from behind, like, "Yeah, we good." You know what I'm saying? And then they get out the ring. Jimmy hits AJ with a super kick and a splash, and then he's like throwing the ones up. So I'm thinking that this is another Jimmy thing where he's trying to save his brother, his other brother. So he's going to sit here and try to act like he's back in, but he's really not. I don't know.
Yeah. I think a lot of people thought Jimmy turning on Jay was him going back to the bloodline. I don't think he's back in the bloodline. I think tonight was mainly just like he had beef with AJ. AJ pushed that nigga to the ground and was getting in his face and talking crazy to him. So I think it was primarily just an AJ thing. He's definitely glad Solo ain't spike him. He's like, "Oh, word, cool." You know, he was thankful for that, but I don't think he wants to align. He clearly doesn't want to align himself back with the bloodline. As much as Roman and Solo think because he interfered in the SummerSlam match that he might be coming back, like it's not going to happen.
No, that's not what this is. That was literally like, you know, my brother kind of took up for me, so I'm taking up for my brother type situation there. It's not that hard to read it. You know what I'm saying? Like, So that was that. Oh, LA Knight and The Miz.
Very good segment.
Very good segment. Really good. Because especially bouncing back from Monday, because Miz has been cooking LA Knight's ass with grease. He been cooking like him coming out Monday dressed up like LA Knight. Yo, Miz, shout out Miz, bro.
I got a hot take on that. I did like people were calling that a top promo of the year.
Nah.
I didn't think it was a top promo. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I definitely thought it was good.
Yeah.
But people was pouring some gas on it. I was like, I don't know if it's not that fire. Like it didn't hit the way LA on last Friday when he did the Miz impression. Like that was better. His brief Miz impression was better than Miz coming out fully dressed like him. Cool, I get it.
Yeah,
lean
that
into
was
it.
funny.
Like it was cool. But I didn't think he cooked LA the way people was making it seem like he cooked them. But we have seen LA flub a bunch of times on his promos. And I mean, Miz is real when it comes to the mic work. So I think, he's feeling that pressure. This is his first real. I mean, the Bray feud was what it was. RP to Bray, love Bray.
Yeah.
But like, this Miz feud is really his first real test. And Miz has been, he's been bringing it as Miz does. But I think LA's, despite the flubs, it happens. Yeah. I think he's mostly been holding his own.
Yeah, I think so too. Because I think the initial Miz promo on LA Knight is the best one that he's laid out against LA Knight. You know what I'm saying? He was the first. That was the first one to make that showed some chinks in the armor with LA Knight. You know what I'm saying? In terms of that game, like, can you go 1-on-1 with the Miz? Miz is always that litmus test for someone like when you're somebody that wants that's looked at to be getting a push. You know what I'm saying? Like Miz is always that litmus test for those people. The Monday thing was funny as hell. Like I thought it was hilarious. Yeah. I didn't think he was like killing LA Knight.
Wade Barrett sold that shit for me in the beginning. It's the mega star.
Like Wade Barrett was always like going crazy. Like that was just really, that's just Wade Barrett jumping in, playing that heel role and whatnot on the commentary. But tonight, what they were doing in the ring together was just, that was really great. Miz trying to be like, it's not 2002. Like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? And then LA Knight, well, bitch, it's not 2004. You get the fuck up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Just going back and forth. That whole conversation and everything just really, really got me looking forward to this match on Payback. You know what I'm saying? They both got their work cut out for them. I think LA Knight works too fast to be. He's too big to work the way that he tries to work. You know what I'm saying? Miz can go when it's time to go. Yeah, it's not going to be one of them 15-minute joints. It's probably going to end 7 to 10 minutes. You know
I feel like it's going to be a real fight. Like it's not going to be a wrestling match. Like they're going to really be getting it shaken, which I think it should be. Yeah. Just by the way they've been talking to one another. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to it though. I think it's going to be it's big for LA. The way people have been propping him up, what they want him to be. Like you said, the Miz is that litmus test. Yeah. You got to feud with the Miz to really see where you're at. So I think this will be big for LA. And I do think he's going to end up winning. Not to jump to Payback predictions, but I do think LA is going to end up winning that match.
No, we good on that too. I mean, because, I think... Yeah, because, I mean, you don't want this feud to, like, go... I mean, they're on separate brands. You know what I'm saying? Like... They're like LA Knight is on SmackDown, Miz is on Raw. So you just want to end that quick. So if you want to end it and you want to end it with the person you're trying to push, then it's LA Knight. You know what I'm saying? I think LA Knight is going to come out on top of all of this. And Miz is going to go Miz somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Back on Raw. But, that was SmackDown pretty much as a whole. To talk about, I guess we'll talk about Raw and mix in Payback predictions with that too. Just the big things from there. I mean, I know Chad Gable and Gunther is going to be on Raw, following all of this. I don't know where we're going with that because I know they want Gunther to win to beat that record clearly.
Yeah.
So if he's going to beat Chad Gable on that third one, then so be it. You know what I'm saying? Get that record, and then we'll see where it goes from there. Really not a lot of takeaways from Raw anyway. No Cody this week on Raw. The Judgment Day still bickering among one another, so we got that that tag match against Sammy and KO for the undisputed tag team championships and the Steel City Street Fight.
A very, very interesting thing Rhea
Yeah.
said, and when she said it, a light bulb went off my head. She said, if they don't walk away with titles, things are going to change in the Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Obviously, they got the tag team match, and then Damian holding up the Money in the Bank briefcase. I'm like, yo. And they talked about it on the A show this week, too. Like, this would be the perfect time for Damian to cash in. They're talking about Seth and his injured back.
Yeah.
You know Shin is going to put that nigga through hell.
Yeah.
This might be the best time for Damian to cash in. So,
and that's what I was thinking too, in terms of that match too. I mean, and Seth laid out a really good promo on Raw this past week. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me tell you something. I'm loving the vignettes that Shinsuke's been doing in
Absolutely.
Japanese. Like, it reminds me so much of like New Japan days and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Shinsuke just looked like a whole. He got so much sauce right now, bro. Like, the sauce is crazy. You know what I mean? Like, he's laying out. He talking big shit. He's just like, yeah, I'm gonna break your back. He said your back is weak. You ain't gonna be able to hold your daughter. You're not like what you gonna say when they gotta like pick you up out of a wheelchair? Like, what type of man are you gonna be? You know, it's just he's going crazy. And then Seth is like, well, Shinsuke not even here, so like whatever. But anyway, Payback, I'm gonna beat you, dog. Like, it's over for you. And then here comes Shinsuke, another Kinshasa to the back. You know what I'm saying? So that takes us to the World Heavyweight Championship match with Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura. And like Armon was saying, if there's no better time to cash in for the World Heavyweight Championship as Damian Priest, then what better time is now? Because we all know Shinsuke is going to, you know, they're going to be selling the back injury a lot in this.
Yeah.
Shinsuke is going to be like, you know, he's going to be tearing Seth up. He's going to fuck him up. I don't have Shinsuke winning this.
Which is tough, man, because I really want to see
really
Shinsuke win a world title, man.
Me too.
Like, 2018 really felt like the time. You know, they gave AJ the record. I get it. That's cool. And this is his first time really being back in the world title picture.
Yeah.
And they've, in just 2 weeks, they've heated him up to feel like, yo, a real fucking contender. And that's the only thing he really has left to do in the WWE is win a world title. He's held the fucking tag titles. He's held US. He's held Intercontinental. He's won a Royal Rumble. Like,
he's NXT champion.
Yeah, this is the last thing for him to do.
Make him a Grand Slam champ. Fuck it.
Yeah.
It will be fire. And him as a heel too, like, I think him winning and Damian cashing on him could also be a thing too.
Yeah, that could happen too.
But like 65% of me feels like Seth is gonna retain for sure.
Yes, I feel like Seth is going to retain here, and the back is going to get worked so good to where it's almost like a Bianca at SummerSlam situation. The knee is bad. EO comes out, cashes in on her. Perfect time, right? It's still keeping Seth strong, but Seth he has an ailing back. He can't really fight back. It's easy for Damian to take the win. Damian's your new World Heavyweight Champion. So I'm thinking that's what we're going to see there, and we entered the era of Damian Priest. Now, to piggyback off of what you said about Rhea, saying if y'all don't come back with gold, then some changes are going to be done around here. If Finn and him don't come out of that match without gold, and Damian comes out that match with the World Heavyweight Championship, what the hell does that mean for Finn Balor?
It's interesting because Finn's got JD. So
Yeah.
like a lot of people think the Judgment Day is gonna somehow kick Damian out, but there's a world where they keep Damian and kick Finn out, and Finn has his guy. So it's Finn and JD versus Priest and Dom. Like that's what I'm really most interested in, is what they do with the tag team title match, because I love KO and Sammy. They've been great, but their injuries, like the tag titles have still kind of felt stagnant. They've only defended them like 4 times. They defended against Pretty Deadly. They defended against Street Profits the night after WrestleMania. They defended against Roman and Solo. But the titles have still felt, it almost feels like an Uso type reign where they're just in a holding pattern. So I would like to see, as much as I fuck with them, I would like to see the titles come off them. But it's like, and giving them to Finn and Priest when they're kind of staticky right now would be an interesting dynamic. Like, we don't really fuck with each other, but we're the champions. Like, what, there's a lot that they could do with that. So I'm interested in that match, and I'm interested in the World Heavyweight title match because they really intersect with one another, and they determine a lot about the future with JD.
Yeah. Because a lot of people had JD being that person that's going to replace Priest if he gets booted out. But then we're living in a certain type of scenario where they lose to Sammy and KO, and then Finn is the man without a country. And they're just going to be like, well, go to your man's JD. We got this Judgment Day business over here. This ain't yours no more. And then it's like, well, what do you do with Finn? Do you make him, I don't know if you turn him face, or do you make him a tweener at that point or whatever? Like, I don't know. That's kind of, it's kind of interesting what will happen there. Other matches that we got on the table, the Becky Lynch and Zoe Stark thing, we already know that
was a great match.
ended. That was a great match. They was going crazy, and definitely shout out to Becky at the end, because she did the dedication to Bray. She even stuck around and talked about Bray even after Raw went off the air and everything like that. And that's just taking us into this cage match that's happening at Payback. Hopefully this is the end all be all, because Trish even came out herself and said, I think it's time to end our feud. Like, I think it's lagged on long enough. So they putting them in this cage match. I got Becky winning this.
Yeah, me too.
They're gonna win it. Then she'll go to NXT and terrorize Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah, because it looks, Becky's playing some. She's saying some things. She's saying some things about some NXT shit. I think she said like, "Oh, I've never been NXT champion before." You know what I'm saying?
And she will be.
Yeah. So shout out to that. I fuck with what they doing with Florida, bro. I love that shit, man. I really do. So yeah, I think it's consensus is all across the board about Becky winning that. The United States Championship match, Rey Mysterio versus Austin Theory.
I had Ray going over.
Yeah, I got Ray going over, but I got Ray just winning that. I don't think we get any storyline movement there.
Yeah, I think it looks like they're slow burning to the Ray Santos dissension that we were all predicting, which honestly makes sense. I think Ray should get a somewhat significant reign with that title. But there's little hints, like I said, with Santos saving Ray during that match. Like, there's a lot of things that can build up for his resentment towards Ray. So I think it's gonna be a slow burn there.
I think by Fastlane it'll be done. I think by Fastlane that'll be done and over with, and then we'll have that that Santos and Ray thing.
Right.
And then the last one on the docket to talk about here, I don't really know what happens with the Grayson Waller effect with Cody on it, but that's not a match. So, but that's.
I think that's going to build towards like Cody facing Grayson Waller or something like that later on down the road.
I think so too. I also think this is probably going to be some type of form or fashion, a way to get Cody on SmackDown.
Yeah,
in the future, like this is that early seed planning for Cody to come to Smack, because he's not doing anything on Raw. He literally doesn't have anything to do.
There's a lot more thing going on for him on SmackDown anyway.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so
bloodline shit. And then we got the WWE Women's World Championship match, Rhea versus Raquel.
That's gonna be a banger too.
Oh yeah,
That's gonna be a banger.
I'm very excited for that.
I got Rhea going over, but it's gonna be by the skin of her teeth. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's gonna be by the skin of her teeth. Raquel gonna put her through the. She gonna put it through the ringer.
Mm-hmm.
look, we done seen Rhea and Raquel before. We know what they can do against each other. The backs will be big. The backs will be big. This is gonna be a big hoss fight right here, bro. This is probably the match I'm most excited about tomorrow.
Honestly, me too. For real. Yeah. I think this is, there's been a lot of critique of Rhea's reign and her lack of matches, her lack of defenses, but I think, this is something different. They've never built a women's champion this way, to where she's so involved with the men. She's almost like too good for the women. Yeah. And so I was waiting. It was like, it's either going to be Raquel or Becky who pull up on her and really give her some static. We've seen Raquel beat her ass, throw her into barricades and shit. So this is Rhea's first big test, big challenge as a champion.
Hey man, I remember Raquel powerbombing her ass through the fucking stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. So
she's beating her. So I'm looking forward to that video package where they I hope they include that footage.
Yeah, they go all the way back to NXT with them too. I hope so too.
I hope so, because this is it's deeper than rap with these two.
Yeah,
because Rhea never beaten her.
No, she never beat her. Matter of fact, was Rhea the one that Raquel beat to win the NXT Women's Championship too?
Nah, she beat
Io.
Raquel beat Io. Yep.
She beat Io. She beat Io.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, this match right here, it's also a litmus test for Raquel too, in terms of her on main roster and everything, which she's going to do fine. She's going to do fine in that. But again, I think the critique of Rhea's reign, people have to look at it through the lenses of booking Brock Lesnar, because that's legit what we're getting with Rhea Ripley, bro. Rhea is literally Lady Brock.
Yeah.
Lady Roman. You know what I'm saying?
Literally.
She's booked, so she's being booked correctly. She's being booked absolutely as a dog. Nobody can fuck with me. I'm her. I'm top of this food chain. No, these ladies can't fuck with me so bad. I'm beating dudes' asses. So what the fuck? It's nothing. I'm Teflon out here. I'm so good. I go down to NXT and beat them bitches' asses because I can. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's how you have to look at Rhea Ripley right now. You know what I'm saying? But I do think when it comes down to being taken to her limits for the first time in this reign, it's definitely going to be with Raquel.
Yep.
It's going to be Raquel. And it's a great start for Raquel too. This is her first time going for that main title. And it's, it turns out well. It's just they're just going to position her better in the future, you know what I'm saying, in terms of winning that title one day.
She had a couple title matches against Ronda too, where she showed herself she showed she was ready. Mm-hmm. But I think now they've given her even more story with the live injury, especially she out here on her own. It's great for her. She's really becoming the star that I thought she could be. So I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, especially because the Ronda joined on SmackDown. They did that on TV, and she made Ronda work.
Great match.
That was a great match, fire match. You know what I'm saying? I really enjoyed that. But I'm looking forward to that match a lot tomorrow, to Payback. Anything else I'm missing there? I don't think so. Monday was Monday. It's just that the next following Monday we got looking forward to Chad Gable and Gunther on Raw. That's got that big fight feel to it. So
that's your main event. That's your definitely main event.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
Yeah, I feel like there's no doubt it's gonna move, which is dope, because I think a lot of people. It seemed like a lot of people were upset that the match wasn't gonna happen on Payback, and I think back to what Triple H said at the SummerSlam press conference, where it's we had a show of 8 matches, but you want to have enough going on where you could have 10 matches on the show, but you leave things for weekly programming.
For weekly TV, exactly.
While it would be good to see Chad versus Gunther on Payback, they'll probably end up getting more time as the Raw main event than they would have got on Payback, because you look at this card. You know Becky Trish is gonna get some time. You know KO Sammy versus Judgment Day is gonna get some time. Pretty much all these matches on Payback are gonna get time.
Yeah.
So you give Chad that Raw main event. That's dope for him. That's like people sleep on what it means to main event a weekly show.
Exactly.
Especially Raw being the flagship show of WWE. This is Chad Gable, the nigga who they were calling Shorty G for a year or two.
Yeah.
The nigga who they put with whoever to team with just because they wanted him on TV, but they didn't know what to do with him.
They didn't know what to do with him.
It's big for him.
Absolutely.
His third match against Gunther. He's the first nigga to beat Gunther in a match. Even if it was a count out, he beat him.
Yeah, exactly. He got that.
It's a big deal for him. So I think
and they want a Tony Khan and shit. So
no, don't overbook it.
It should main event. And people been complaining about, you know, the Judgment Day versus Sammy KO variation main events every week. So it's like, hey, these niggas about to potentially give you something different.
And that's
it's gonna be heat too.
And that's what takes you away from that whole grandiose of it's always the same KO Sammy teaming up with Cody every week type shit against the Judgment Day. Well, here's a real main event. Like here you go. So you can't really complain too much about something not making a pay-per-view card, bro. Like I mean a PLE. Like come on, man. Like let's think about this because there's more weekly television than there are PLEs. You know what I'm saying? We have to do something with that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it makes a whole heap of sense, man. Like a lot. I will do a quick few notes from NXT real quick.
Yeah.
It was a really good show this week.
Really good show of NXT this week. Shout out to the fucking Creeds. Look, Hunter, bring those motherfuckers up.
Man, look. Give me the Creed and Authors of Pain. That has to happen.
Forgot about that news.
That has to happen.
Authors of Pain have been back in WWE for quite some time.
That has to happen. Yeah. Like you have to. That has to happen. That's a dream match.
Look. What those two did on Tuesday, it's just that shit needs to be studied. I don't know.
Bruh,
these motherfuckers were made in a lab.
The one arm. He power
that
bomb
one arm power bomb through a ankle lock,
bro. And it was so perfect because Julius has been acknowledged as the star of the team the entire time. Mm-hmm. They took away Brutus. Julius had to fight from under. Brutus comes in, rips the cage door off, and saves Julius. Yes. That does so much for his acknowledgement as the Jannetty of the team, as people are saying. Like he came in cooking.
And Brutus, the thing is,
that's some of the best work from Brutus I've ever seen.
And that's the thing. And the thing is, before that even happened, he gets carried away by like 20 niggas, bro.
Yeah.
And then you think he's gone forever. And you see one of them Diaz motherfucker get thrown up in there, and then you just see Brutus coming back in that ring. He beating all they asses on the way to the cage.
That was a star-making match for both of them,
bro.
That was star-making match.
It was incredible. It was like I'm very happy they did that because, like, you look at maybe like the Street Profits, for example. Montez has always been looked at as a star, and Angelo over the years has been presented better. But I don't know if besides like when he hit sticked Braun at Mania. I don't even know if Angelo has had one of those moments where he's really like showed out and showed that he can save the team.
Yeah.
So for Brutus to get that in NXT and to get that recognition, like it was incredible booking.
Incredible. Yeah, really, really incredible.
Just give me the Creeds and Authors of Pain, bro. That's all I need.
Give me the Creeds on main rock. I will give me the Creeds on main rock.
Versus Alpha Academy. Creeds versus the Viking Raiders. Creeds versus the New Day.
Creed,
it's all gonna be special.
Everybody, like
whenever they bring the Usos back, Creed versus the Usos. You know what I'm saying?
Creed's Usos, Creed, like bring the Creeds up, man. Bring them up. Creeds versus Brutes. I don't give a damn. Just give them all of them. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't know if this is the last time we're gonna see the Dyad on TV or not. I mean, because I don't know. I don't know if this is they send off here. You know what I'm saying? If they did a hell of a job. You know, shout out to
that was a really good match.
Yeah, shout out to the Grizzled Young veterans if they're done in WWE or not, but because they've been begging for their release forever. That was that. They had this the Heritage Cup tournament kicked off. Butch, defeated Charlie Dempsey.
Big Butch.
it's good for Butch because Butch ain't really been doing much lately. So just him working NXT is just good for him right now. We get Dijak defeating Eddie Thorpe. Yeah, I don't know what Eddie Thorpe's whole thing is, but figure it out.
I think he does not move me. He's not interesting.
Yeah, he's not interesting, bro. Like he's not interesting. It's given a lot of Tanaka. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you there. Lola Vice and Elektra, they defeated Dana Brooke and Kalani Jordan. Please
Good
save
match.
Kalani Jordan.
Ooh,
Yeah, good match.
match.
Good match. It was a good match.
I definitely enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed that match too. Shout out to Electric Lopez.
That was a dope finisher. Lola and Elektra did too.
Hey, Lola's a real shooter, bro. She's a real shooter.
She's her.
She's her for real. She's a real shooter. The next tournament match, Joe Coffey defeats Nathan Frazier.
Ooh.
Nathan Frazier, I need him to slow down a little bit because that whiplash he caught himself in was crazy.
That was nuts.
crazy.
Yeah,
that was nuts. And then, shout out to Kiana James, bro. Kiana James was a dog.
Good fatal 4-way main event between the women. Really, even Gigi Dolan showed a lot, and she's not the best in the ring, but
she's moving a little bit quicker now.
Yeah,
she was definitely moving.
They told her to pick up that pace a little bit. She was being too, but that was a real good fire finish. Kiana James. Special.
She's
special.
Great.
Yeah.
I think her versus Tiff is going to be a really good match.
I think so too. I think that's going to be a good match too. Then we get more. Trick and Mello kind of had a little. Like, damn, dog, you don't think I could beat Ilya, dog? Like for real? He like, hey, look, I ain't saying you can't. I'm just saying, like, whatever.
Yeah.
That happens. I feel like I'm missing something else.
Braun and
come Tuesday. With Braun and Corbin. He said it. He said it. And, Von Wagner said come Tuesday.
Oh my god, week. That shit was hilarious.
Shout out King Von. I feel like Thea Hill walks off with JC Jane. So that's something to look at there too. She fed up with the Chase U shit.
She getting into her rebel era.
Yeah. Bad influences. Hey, I don't blame you. Andre and Duke, they just keep making you lose. It's time to change it up.
Holding her back.
Yeah, time to become a mean girl. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, that's pretty much it as we head into WWE Payback tomorrow. And there is another AEW event. But hey. Good luck. But yeah. But as of I think that's about it. I'm sorry. Just thinking about All Out just got me dribbling over my words. But again, our guy, Armon, we appreciate you for coming.
Appreciate you for sure, man.
Absolutely, man.
It is not easy to come through on a late Friday night, man. It is not.
Yeah, it was easy for my guys. It's no problem, man. I ain't out tonight. I wasn't planning to be out tonight, so I ain't miss nothing. I love talking wrestling with people who can look at it in a very pragmatic, balanced type of way. So
yeah, definitely.
It wasn't nothing, man. I enjoyed myself.
But we got just a few things. Like, you got anything on the way? Do you need people to follow you somewhere? Like all that. Let them know.
Man, I mean, I'm always doing stuff. So yeah, definitely follow me at Armon Sadler, ARMON SADLER on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I ain't been posting TikToks as much, but you can follow me there. I do got some stuff there. I always got writing coming out, so if you follow me on social media, you'll see me promoting my writing stuff. You can follow Stay Busy with Armon Sadler at Stay Busy Pod. You can follow the Rewriters Room Twitter at Rewriters RNC. Of course, follow the A Show RNC to see everything that we're doing. And yeah, I think I covered everything. So
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And also check out the latest Trish Stratus interview.
Of course, yes. Banger. That is for Stay Busy. That is currently our second most popular WWE interview views wise in under a week. Drew McIntyre currently holds the title with the most views, but Trish is knocking on that door. So I'm thinking, you know, by the time Monday hits, she might have more views than Drew. And yeah, it was a really great conversation. So I hope y'all enjoyed that. Hope y'all get something from it. And yeah, I'm looking forward to giving y'all more and more content with these wrestlers, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And what's the word? What's the deal?
Oh,
MKU, what's happening?
Shit, man. Big interview I just had on Taker's Gaming podcast. I had 3 legendary producers from Detroit on the show. I had to actually spearhead that shit because the original hosts were all busy. But I had Knoxville the Olympics, Ant Beats, and Helluva. And we just talked games, music, all that shit. That'll be dropping real soon. Very, very dope episode, man. So that was crazy. The boxing podcast is on the way. We're gonna reveal the name real soon about that one, but that's on the way real soon. You know, MKU shit's still going on. The MKU podcast, we're going strong right now. We just dropped the video episode, man, episode 36. Episode 37 is out right now with PC of the Olympics. That was a dope episode. We heard a crazy ass Jeezy story on that one. And then you heard my story about Chief shooting himself with a blank gun. So,
okay, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that was a wild ass episode. So yeah, man, we got some more shit coming on, man. A lot of big things on the way too with MKU, man. Just the shit just continues to grow.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely growing, definitely moving, definitely heading to higher and higher places. You know what I'm saying? In terms of Midcarders, well, by the time y'all hear this, the space, the Twitter space is still Twitter. I don't give a fuck about no X. Fuck X. It's still Twitter. The Twitter space, the post Payback Twitter space will be taking place after following Payback. But other than that, episode 46 will actually be debuting a week after the next week, because we're going to be taking a week off and everything. But we will be back. You know what I'm saying? Regular schedule time and everything like that. So enjoy all the content that we're going to be presenting soon. We also got a few other things to announce as well that's coming your way. To you, all of you, our listeners, thank you again for listening to us and being here with us.
We really appreciate that shit. We really appreciate that.
Really do. But yes, episode 46, then heading towards 47. Then I'm thinking year one might be like 48. That might be our 1 year anniversary for starting this podcast. So again, that's just going to be just another thank you for being with us on this ride and everything of that nature.
We got something big for that one too. Something
definitely coming along for that. But with that being said, again, man, we want to thank our brother Armon for coming through. Make sure y'all follow it. Make sure y'all stay busy. Y'all stay blessed, stay healthy, be safe. We out of here.
Yes, sir.
Peace.